Good evening, everyone. Welcome again to my kitchen. Welcome again to Made by Marianne. Again, I am Marianne from Made by Marianne. Welcome to Erwin, Tennessee, although you can't see our beautiful surroundings. You can only see my kitchen, but hey. This is installment number 2 of Love and Lives, our February edition of 2024's Made by Marianne. So welcome. Thank you for joining me. Tonight, I hope we're going to do something really cool, really unique. I have not made it, so I do not have a prototype. So I hope that you guys, I hope it works out, and I hope that you guys enjoy it and make a ton of them as well. So anyway, come on in, say hello when you get here. Let's see if I can find your comments really quickly, and then we'll get started, because this might take us a minute. So hello everyone, welcome. Let's see what I've got going on here. I know that this should be okay. Aha! There we go. Well, there we are. Hi everybody. Welcome. Well, thank you, Miss Carrie Marie. Nice to see you, Lady Luce. Okay, I can see your comments on my phone. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get started because, again, this might take us a minute. What we're using tonight is the oval board. Okay, so this is an oval board from Unique in the Creek. If you follow my affiliate link that is pinned here, you will get a 5% discount on the oval board. Okay, it's uniqueinthecreek.com, and follow my affiliate link pinned here. You'll get a 5% discount on any of the boards. But tonight we're going to use the oval board. Okay. We're also going to use some of this gorgeous, check out this yarn. Isn't this yarn gorgeous? I think it looks just like a chick, don't you? I think it looks exactly like a chick. So here's going to be our chick fur, okay? You're also going to need a piece of foam board. Now you can get foam board at the dollar store for $1. I'm sorry, the Dollar Tree for $1.25. What is it that you call it, Carrie? You call it the $1.25 store? Anyway, that's where you get foam board. Or you can get it at Hobby Lobby and get a better quality of foam board, but you really don't need it. Or you can actually use cardboard for what we're going to use it for. So I have this, all right? You're also going to need a piece of, this is called cross stitch. A piece of cross stitch backing, I guess. I'm not sure what it's really called. It's cross stitch mat or backing or something like that. But anyway, it's cheap. It's $1. You can get it at any craft store as well. So you're going to need a piece of this, okay? You're going to need some orange felt. Make sure you get a bigger piece than this. This is already cut. I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew you need orange felt. You need orange felt, and you also need white poly burlap, okay? There you go. That's really only, oh, and you need feathers. I forgot about the feathers. Well, I guess this is pampas grass, but I got these at Michael's, and they're just little pampas grass sticks. They're not the big, huge sprays that you would get at Hobby Lobby. So these are going to work perfect. These are going to be our little poof at the top of the chick's head, and it's going to be our chick wings. So can't wait to show you all that. So anyway, welcome everybody. Hi everybody. Plastic canvas. Hi Miss Butler. Miss Icewine. I always call you Miss Butler. Hi Miss Jean Ann. Welcome. Welcome everybody. The 5-quarter store. That's what it is, not the $1.25 store. Anyway, let me put this down there. I'll talk with it all night long. All right, guys. I'm going to, like I said, this might take us a minute. I've not made a prototype, so I don't know how long it's going to take us, but I have everything ready. We're going to start with the head and the feet. So let me pull the camera down, put my hair up, and let's rock this out, okay? Here we go. Hope y'all are ready. Here we go. Okay. Tell me what y'all think about this view. Is it a little crooked, maybe? Maybe I can. Tell me what you think while I put my hair up here. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you. All right, I have my phone in my way here because that's the way I can see your comments with my new camera here. Anyway, all right, so again, we're going to start with the attachments, not the actual overboard. All right, so I've already made it, and this is what it's going to look like when we're finished, okay? I think my light is too strong again, or it's too close, but it kind of looks, it's just yellow fuzzy stuff. Wish I could pull it further away from you. Maybe, anyway. Hi, thank you for sprinkling me. I appreciate that. Thank you, Mama Jean. And as you can see, here are our eyes. I'm going to put these, I put them there so I wouldn't forget them. Here's what I have done. This is a 10-inch circle, okay? 10 inches. 10-inch circle. You could actually get away with 9 or an 8. And this is going to be our head. And it's going to go, and as you can see, I've already put a hanging hole on our oval board. I always try to do that first because I end up forgetting, and then I have to go through a bunch of mesh to get to it, okay? So if you're like me, go ahead and put your hanging hole on your oval board, all right? It's going to go right where your hanger should go, in the 2 holes here, okay? Everybody can see that in my 2 holes? So here's where your head's going to go, all right? And it's going to go almost, you still want these 2 bottom pieces showing, okay? Let me see if I can get you a little closer so that we can actually talk about this. There we go. You still want your 2 bottoms showing, all right? These 2 holes right here. And you've covered up everything else, all right? Because you're going to put your pipe cleaner here and here. Does that make sense? I'll turn it around, let you look at it this way. Yeah. Okay, so you're going to cover it like this. You're still going to have these 2 holes showing, all right? And you're going to cover these 2 here, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to lay it down and turn it over, okay? And just make sure that you can still see the 2 holes, all right? And then take a marker, or however you can mark it. I'm going to take my little X-Acto knife here and just poke me some holes in there so I know. Actually, I think I have a marker here. This is just to mark that it's too big to go in the hole. Of course. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Woo. And it's pink so you can see it. All right, so put your marker here. And then now that you have your little holes in there, you can tell. See how you have, there's little holes, little puncture marks here where you can put your pipe cleaner in. So that's what you're going to do first. You're going to grab your pipe cleaner and you're going to put it in here. Because like I said, if you don't, you will forget. And this is how you're going to attach it to the board. So all you got to do is this foam board is really easy to work with. You just pull it through, right? Okay? And there is how you'll attach it. So it should ultimately go, I've got the board backwards, ultimately go right here, see, in these 2 slots, pull it down, and voila, it should line up beautifully. See how you still have your 2 holes showing? Ta-da! There you go. Now to create the fuzziness, all I've done is, straighten your stuff out here. Remember, this is the bottom. It doesn't really matter which is, you know, if you start at the top, start at the bottom. It doesn't really matter. But I have a 10-inch piece of cross-stitch canvas, okay? Maybe you can see it a little bit better there. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hi, Miss Laurie. Welcome. So glad to see you. Hope you had a great time on your trip. But anyway, this is a 10-inch piece of cross-stitch backing, as Carrie Marie has told me what it is. So you can use this as the template, like I did, to cut out on your foam board. And again, if you have a piece of cardboard, it'll work just the exact same way. No need to get an expensive piece of foam board if you don't have them. If your dollar store is out of them, no big deal. It's not necessary. You can cut a 10-inch circle out of a piece of cardboard and do the exact same thing. So what you're going to do now is you're going to grab your yarn, and all you're going to do is glue your yarn. But you're going to glue it in a rainbow pattern, okay? You don't want to glue it back and forth because I tried and it kind of looked weird. So here's what you're going to do. Glue it in a rainbow pattern. When you get to kind of where you're satisfied with your rainbow, just pinch it at the edge here. Okay, put a little bit of glue under your pinch. Ta-da. Okay. And then just go back in your rainbow. Make sure you have enough slack on your thing. I don't know how I got my lights so bright. So here we go. I'm just going to put another thing of bead there. Ta-da, bead of glue. I'm just going to push it up next to there. Doesn't have to be tight because the yarn is so fluffy it will stick. So again, pinch it. See how I've just pinched? Just pinch it. Right? Okay. Pinch. Glue. Okay. And you're just going to keep on, keeping on, keeping on. Okay. When you get done, let's do this one more piece. So here's my rainbow pattern. There's my little edge glue. Okay. Here's my rainbow pattern. Da, 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 da. Okay. There we go. And when you get done, you're just going to keep going back and forth, pinching, 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 back and forth, rainbow pattern. When you get done, this is what you have. Ta-da! Right? Okay? So now that we have our head done and ready to go, I know that you guys don't want to watch that because that's super boring. Thank you so much, Ms. Williams. I appreciate that. It's just stuff that comes out of my crazy little brain here. Let's see. Let's put my, I'm going to finish that one day, so let's put that over there to the side. Now, we want to put, let's see, this is going to be the bottom because, as you can see, we've already got our pipe cleaners here. So, it will be the bottom for you guys, top for you guys, bottom for me, because it's upside down, which I'm sure you guys realize that. Anyway, so now we're going to put our face and our lips on. Where did I put my lips is the question. Our little beak, I guess. Let's start with the eyes. So I have just bought 2 buttons. Okay? Just 2 buttons for the eyes. No big deal, right? Turn it upside down for you. No big deal. Looks like a chick, huh? Let's see. I want to get it to where it's kind of straight because I don't want my eyes crooked on my board here. So let's turn it around and make sure. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, should I turn them this way? I don't know. I kind of like them. This way. Let's see if I can get them kind of right here. How's that look? Not look good? I think this one's a little lower. How does that look on my camera angle here? Oh no, did you get sick? I'm so sorry. That's not good. Why is it that you get sick on every cruise that you go on? I'm throwing my stuff on the floor. Alright, so I'm just going to glue this little button here. Just glue it on. You know what the good thing about this is if you don't like where it's placed, you can cut a little bit of the yarn. And this yarn is so forgiving and it's so fluffy that you could just glue another piece in its place if you didn't like the placement of it. Okay, so there are our eyes. I'm hoping that they're going to be fine, right? Okay. And hey, worst comes to worst, we'll jerk them off and do some more. There are our eyes. Here is our beak. Now, the beak's a little different. So what I've done for the beak, move this out of the way here. What I've done for the beak is I've cut a square, all right? Just a plain old square. Nothing major. Let's see how big it is. It is a 3.5-inch square. And it's not technically square because my little OCD got me. I can't cut a straight line today for some reason. And all we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half like this, okay? Just fold it in half. No big deal, right? No crazy nothing. And then we're going to pinch the edges of the triangle here like this. Doesn't that look like a beak if I squeeze it a little bit? So let's throw some glue in our edges here, just right here in the triangle, little corner, right there. And we're going to pinch it together. Now watch, don't burn yourself. This would be a perfect place to do it. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue, and I'm going to hold it for just a minute. Why am I shaking? I got too excited. Got too excited about doing this with y'all tonight. A little bit of glue. Maybe I need just a little bit more. There we go. Okay. And now, and you know the good thing about this is, if I got it too crazy on one side, I'll just cut it. So there's that part. Okay, let's glue a little bit on the other side. I think that place is good. Just a little bead. I'm going to pinch it too. Yeah, while I glue my fingers together, which is fine, no big deal. How's everybody's Sunday been? Alright, there we go. There is our beak. Except for a little bit of glue sticking out, and all I'm going to do, cut it a little bit, so cut that piece of glue off. Let's do a little more. Let's go in just a little more with our glue. Not a lot, just a little more. And again, I don't have a prototype here, so I don't know how this is going to work, so I'm just going to pinch it in a little more. I'm playing as we go, right? Playing as we go. Just waiting on it just a minute. Let's do the other side. Give it a little more glue. Okay. Just waiting a minute for everything to do it. Oh no, you're going to be gone several more weeks, Carrie Marie? Gracious. Okay, that looks like a good beak to me. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to turn it to where you guys can see it. Okay, there it is, straight down. What we're going to do now is we're just going to put our beak in here. We're just going to glue it there. Doesn't that look like a beak? Yes, a chick beak. So we're going to glue the parts that we actually glued. Okay, does that make sense? We're going to glue the parts of the triangle. That we glued. So I'm not gluing the back. I'm going to turn it towards me really quickly. I'm going to put another spot of glue right here. Okay. And like I said, worst comes to worst, we'll jerk this off this foam board and do it again. It was $1. It's a $1 foam board from the Dollar Tree or the $1.25 store. So it is not, not hurting anything. Okay. Ta-da! There's our chick face. What do you guys think? Looks like a chick, right? And isn't that crazy that it's just a square? It's a square folded into a triangle. And a piece of foam board with yarn wrapped in a... I'm so happy about it. Okay, there's our chick, ready to go on our board. Let's put her to the side. And then, now, let's work on our feet. Now, the feet are a little more challenging. Here they are. Okay. I'm so glad you so like it. So glad you like it. I hope that it turns out what's in my brain, because I have thought about this for weeks now. I started with the large flower board, and that didn't work. Then I went to the small flower board, and that didn't work. Then I went to the ring board, and that didn't work. Then I went back to the large flower board, and that didn't work. So I finally decided that we were doing the oval board. Anyway, here's our foot. Now this foot, it might look like it's complicated, but I promise you guys, it is super simple. What I did was, I made a triangle, right? I made a V on my foam board. This is foam board as well. I made a V, okay? And then I cut the bottom off, okay? And then I just made a V to match the bottom here, and then 2 little humps. That's it. This is super simple. If you guys want me to, I will actually place a template in the description when I get this up and done, if it looks halfway decent, and you guys can copy it. So here's we're going to do it together. Here's what we've done. So here's my template, and see, look how it just looks like, well, you can't see it. Maybe there we go. See how it just looks like, it was a V, remember? I just put a triangle here. And then I put a V up here. And then 2 humps at the side and matched it down the triangle. That's all I've done. Super simple. And then I just rounded off the top. Okay, no big deal. So here's our piece. And again, you can do this with cardboard if you like. No problem. Then I took some batting because, as y'all know, my mother's a quilter, so I have batting, you know, extra batting everywhere. She's all the time going, take this out of my house. Here you go, Marianne, have some batting. You know, so, and that's not the way my mother sounds, so. But anyway, she's going to kill me if she heard that. What you're going to do is, and I cut the batting out of the same shape, and I cut this out. That's for the back, to make the back look clean, all right? But remember, the first thing you want to do is put your pipe cleaner in so that you can attach it to the board, like this one. And I just about forgot. And I'm going to show you how simple it is to push through, okay? Let's use this part. It looks worse, so I'm going to put it a little bit closer to the top because I don't know how far off the board I want our little feet hanging, okay? So I'm going to try and put it kind of close to the same space we did. And all I'm doing, all you got to do is push that silly, push it through. Push it through. Foam board is really easy with pipe cleaners. You just push it through, okay? So here we go, pushing it through. And now that I said that, this one don't want to go. Jinxed myself. Jinxed myself. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm so glad to see you all. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I did. So let's jinx myself. Where's my, I just had my little poker. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Just a moment. Find my little poker. Where did it go? Of course, now I can't find it because I dropped it back in this crazy bag. So let's just use a pen. We'll just use a pen. So here we go. Put our pipe cleaner through. And all this pipe cleaner is to attach it to the board. So mine's yellow because I'm OCD and I like things to match. So it matches our chick. I had an orange one, but I was like, no, let's use yellow. Okay. So there's our pipe cleaner, ready to go. Okay. Let's start throwing our backing on here and get it on. So just lay your backing on there, glue it on. Here we go. I try to start with the top first. Okay, let's glue it down the side. Hope y'all had a great Sunday. I had a pretty lazy Sunday. I've done nothing but play and craft stuff all day long. I love Sundays like that, don't y'all? Okay, I'm just going to throw some in there. Stick it down really good. Okay. Take my second piece. I cut 2 pieces. Okay. 1 piece. You could also stuff it if you wanted to with some polyfill, but I think batting works just as well, and it's super easy while you're cutting stuff out. Might as well go ahead and cut you some batting. All right, so just going to glue this one on top of this one. Nothing different. I told you I'll start at the top and I'll start on the side, but hey. The only reason I start at the top is so that I can match it. But I'll show you how to fix that if you just did what I did and just laid it on there. Okay. See how my top doesn't really match? Oh, let's switch it down. I thought I didn't glue it. All right. There we are, everybody. All right, let me bring it out again so maybe you can see a little bit more of what's going on here. There we are. Okay, now, if you've done what I've done and your polyfill sticks out a little bit, don't worry about it. Just cut it off. Ain't that big of a deal? Just cut it. See? Well, this is not polyfill. This is polyfill. This is batting, but y'all get the point. Okay, there we go. Now, all you're going to do is grab your piece of felt, orange felt, turn it over to where your pipe cleaner sticks up. Start at the bottom. Now, really do start at the bottom this time. Okay, start at the bottom. And then just pull and push. And I'm probably going to bring you back in for this so you can actually see what I'm doing here. All right. Ay, ay, ay. How do I keep... Anyway, whatever. So, here we go. Just put a little line of glue there. Fold over, starting from the middle. Let's fold over. Okay. Fold it down, and then I pull really tight on the edge. See how it makes a little crease there? And it folds a little bit. See how it folds? I do that so that the front looks smooth. See how it doesn't have a crease on the front? I don't know if you can see that or not. I'll show you again here in just a second. All right, and then you're just going to go up one side, pull, put your string of glue down, and just pull and push down, okay? Pull and push down. Pull. Put you some glue down. I didn't get that one. Push down tight enough, and you see it'll come back on you if you don't. See my hands here? Push down. I'm done all the way up to here. There we go. That's glued. Okay. Now, instead of pulling right here and just keep on going around, I'm actually going to pull from the corner of the circle here. Okay. So I'm going to pull. Put a little bit of glue first, down to where I stopped. I'm going to pull and push. And what that does is, see how it makes a crease right there? See how this pops up right here? Well, then all you do now is just fold it down onto the glue. And then that way you have a smooth edge. You don't have anything. I'll turn it over when the glue's done. See how the back looks? The back might look messy, but the front looks all smooth. See? So if you get to a circle point, try to pull from the middle of the circle. See, like here's our toe. From the middle of the circle, and then fold everything down to the back. I'll show you again here in a minute because we're going to get there. But right now, we're going to cut off some of this excess because we don't need all of this. Okay. All right, now. Again, and you can actually loop them over if you want to. Just pull from the center. And while we're here, with the indentation right here, what you want to do is you want to take your scissors and cut a slit. Almost all the way down. All right. What that does is it allows your felt or whatever kind of material you're working with to actually fold into the slit. And then see, this one will fold over that way, and it'll look nice and neat on the front. See? Okay. So let's rock this out really quickly. And I lost your comments. What happened? So I'm pulling from kind of an angle, so that way I have this big, ugly piece right here. See, I've got it kind of folded over, so I've kind of pulled like a little lip, kind of. See my little lip there? I'm just making sure that everything's cool and everything's stuck there. Now I'm going to cut it off. We don't need that much. I'll probably cut some more off as we go here in just a second. Now let's start with our second one. So before I glue, I'm going to pull and gather. All right. See how this has a piece here? I'll pull it in here. So I make that little lip. Does that make sense to everybody? Can everybody see that? I hope so. All right. So let's put some glue here. Right on the edge there. Let's pull from the center of our toe. Okay. Pull from the center of your toe. Pull this piece and pull it over. And see if you can't make this ugly piece of like pinch it. You know, I don't know what to call that to explain it to you, but pinch it. Pull from the top. Make a little ugly piece. Hi, everybody. Nice to see y'all. Sorry, I lost your comments. I don't know what happened. I just now saw somebody say hi, so figured I'd say hi too. Okay, now, moving back, I've moved it down to me so we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to cut us a little slit right here, all the way down. Okay, well, almost all the way down. See how it's not quite all the way down? All right. I don't know that y'all can see this with it being white. So let's come out a little bit. Maybe you can see my, ooh, that might have been a good view. Let's try it this way. Let's see if I can keep mine. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to pour some glue right here down this side because that's the side I hadn't done. All right. That kind of made it worse, I think. And then I'm just going to pull and tuck under. And see how every time I have this little like lip right here, that's what you're going for. That's what you're going for. Get that tie nice. So we're gonna, glue strings all over the place. I'm just holding it, making sure that it actually stuck there. If not, you're being a world of hurt. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. And I got too much, not polyfill, but whatever it is there. It looks okay from the front. Well, we can fix that here in just a second. All right, as I keep turning it over, I'm pulling you back out because I can't remember that it's in that view. And I don't want to mess y'all up. All right, so let's do this again. Let's start from right here. I'm going to put a little bit of glue in between the toe there just to make sure that it comes in. I'm going to pull from the center. You just got to pull it, guys. Pull it and work with it. Pull it and push. Pull it and push. And I need some more felt over here. I lost my felt, which is okay. No big deal. It still covers the side. We'll put some more right here. No big deal. No big deal. Okay. And then since we lost our, I made a mistake and moved the, which is fine, you know, at least y'all know that you can make mistakes doing this. I pulled the felt too far over here. See how I have too much over here? Pulled the felt too far, so I'm just going to glue it right here to the side, to the edge. And then when we cover the back of it with this piece, you won't even be able to see it. So if you make a mistake like that, that's no big deal. Just keep on going, cover the side. And that's what I'm doing right now. This takes the longest. Hope y'all aren't talking to me because I can't see what you say. Maybe if I refresh. Who knows? Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Let's keep on moving. Keep on going. Let's cut this off here. Because it's getting in my way. Alright. Now, I'm just going to put a big blob of glue right here. I need another glue stick. Any questions so far about anything? Oh, thank you. Okay, so I can see that very good. So I must be, y'all just must be quiet this evening. Or I'm just now catching up. All right. Come on, you silly thing. Get on there. Glue. Didn't have enough glue. We're almost done with the foot. Yay! And this is the back, guys. You're going to cover this so it doesn't matter what it looks like. I'm just OCD, so I have to, you know, kind of make it look nice and neat. You don't have to. You could have just left it like this and moved on with your life. But Marianne cannot. Almost done. Almost done. Okay. Oh, it's cute. Oh, I got a corner there. Darn, that's where we didn't have enough felt. Poo. See how I got a little edge there? But see how the rest of them look smooth? That's why you cut that little slit, so that it looks smooth. Maybe you can see if I do it. Ay, ay, ay. Got light issues. My lights are too bright, I think. Okay. Let's cut this because it's going to stick out. Here we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece. I've just cut out a piece and I'm going to cover it. That's all we're doing. Covering our work. Hold it down for a minute. I'm going to glue it all the way up this sides. Just outlining it right here. until I get to my pipe cleaner. And then when I get to my pipe cleaner, I'm going to lay it out long, like this, use it as a guide. And then I'm going to take my scissors, I'm just going to cut a slit, right like that. And then there, our pipe cleaner can stick out, right? And then we can cover this. And I will fix this later, because this is the part where I ran out of felt. I moved my pattern over too far, but that's okay. I'll fix that later. For the sake of this live, we're just going to move on. We're going to continue, and I will fix it before. All right, here's again our pipe cleaner. Again, it's just laid straight out. I'm going to take my scissors and cut a slit. Cut a slit far enough, ta-da. And then here we go. There we go. Just glue it down. There you are. And we're almost done with our foot. Get it to stick. Okay, there's our feet, ladies and gentlemen. And you see you got this part sticking out, just cut it off. No big deal. You turn it over and you have excess, just cut it. Because really all you're doing is hiding your work. You don't even have to do this step. I just do because, again, I'm OCD. So there we go. Here are our two feetsies. Ta-da! All right, let me move it back out. There we are. Now we have our feet, we have our face. Let's work on our body. Now this is going to be the challenging part because, again, I did not make this. I have not made this before. So I hope that what is in my brain comes out on this board. All right? So here's where we're going to grab our oval board, okay, and your cross stitch backing. All right, let's take my sticker off there. I bought it at Hobby Lobby. It was $1. I'm sure you probably find it cheaper somewhere else. Hi, everybody. Welcome. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put, if I can get it off here, there we go, is we're going to just put our, we don't need the whole piece, and we don't need to cover the whole back. So what we're going to do is we're just going to turn it over, and we are going to figure out how much we really need, which, I think we're only going to need from one hole, see there's a hole under there, one hole, to the next hole, and then down covering this part. Because all we want to do is create a place where we can stick our petals for our egg. Okay, so let's mark this here. I'm going to mark it. I like that it has a grid so you can actually tell. We're going to go across here, and then we're going to come, where's my other hole? Aha, found it. Right here. Okay, so that's what we need. We just need that much of a square. And actually, let's scoot it down a little bit so we don't waste any. And we will cut from here to here. All right, so let's do that really quickly. How much did I want to save? Oh, we moved it over this way. Okay, so I can cut this way. I'm just going to cut down the line. All right, cut down the line because, hey, it's always easier to cut off if you have more than it is to put back on if you cut too little. Right, so I might as well cut too much. Just following the little line, the little grid there. Make a square. Okay. Now I've got it all weird. All right, so here's the middle of the board, right? I can actually, I don't want this to interfere with our other zip ties. So I'm going to mark it. Mark where they are is all I'm doing, marking where our holes are. And I'm going to try to take this off because that's a little too much canvas, okay? And also, come to think of it, you could probably just use the circle and be better off, you know, if you have a circle. But, hey, they sell it most likely. You'll be able to find this the easiest. And now I'm just going to create this U shape here. Just cutting it so that my piece doesn't interfere with the other holes. I don't want it to cover anything except these holes here, okay? So here we go. Now, yeah, that looks pretty good. So let's turn it over, zip tie it to the board, and move on. I am making a chick in an egg. Hopefully. It might work and it might not, but hey, we're going to give it a good go. Let's see, zip ties, that's what I was doing. Got distracted. Alright, here we are. Now these are smaller zip ties than what I normally use, but that's perfect for these. So let's stick a zip tie down this hole right here, and remember this is the middle of the board. This is where our chick's going to start, okay? So our chick will be here, this half of the board, and our egg will be here. So that's why we're putting this batting here, if I didn't explain that. If I'm just all over the place. We're putting this batting here so that we can do our egg like this. If I can lay it out maybe. See? So we need something back there to clip these pieces to. Does that make sense? And then our chick goes here. Alright? Everybody see that? Yeah, it's supposed to be a chicken and an egg. Yeah, you can always watch the replay. It'll be there. There's not a lot. I've just made a face and some feet so far. No big deal. The rest of this is really what you kind of want to watch. Alright, so now we're just going to attach our cross stitch canvas, if I can get a hold of it here again, to our board using, see again, here's our middle. We don't want to do the middle, we want to go down one. So here's, I'm going to stick a pot cleaner in here, and I'm going to just, hopefully, let's turn it over, maybe that'll help. And see where I've marked the hole, I'm going to stick the pot cleaner in, or not the pot cleaner, the zip tie, Lord of mercy. Wherever I've marked the hole, right? There we go. And then, and you can hear Stella. Gosh, I didn't get it in there the right way. Of course not. I'm going to turn it the right way so that the zip tie faces, the head of the zip tie faces the ceiling, the flat part. And I'm going to zip tie it to the board just like that. I'm going to do the other side exactly the same way. Alright? And I'm just going to eyeball this one because now that we have our, should be straight now that we have our first one in. So here we go. And then I'm going to put one in the bottom. We'll be done with this part. Ay, ay, ay. Come on. There we go. Okay. Here we are. Alright. It should not be that hard to put a cross stick back on the board. Lord have mercy, Marianne, get with it. Okay, there you go. Now let's put one in the back, in the bottom here. And we will be good to start rocking some stuff out. Put it in backwards, that's okay. No big deal. All right, here we go. Our canvas backing is there. Now, for the chick, let's move on to that. I just wanted to get this in here to create a line of reference. All right, so there's our cross stitch backing. For our chick, I couldn't decide whether I wanted to glue on the board and start here and do the pinch method, pinch, 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 or if I wanted to do it like this, start here and wrap. I thought that wrapping might be an awful waste of yarn, but then again, if I don't, then I'm going to have a bunch of space back here. So I decided in the end that what we're going to do is we're going to wrap. Okay? So let's get to it, because it'll take a minute to wrap this board. So we're just going to wrap. And I'm going to glue, I'm going to start from the back, because that's where you should. And I'm going to start coming right out from our cross stitch here. Okay? So just place you a little thing there. Move it to the front. Give it another good. Now don't glue don't glue it to the top of the cross stitch stuff, or you're gonna get it on your, it's got holes in it. Glue's gonna come through. Don't do that. So just pull it tight and glue it to the board this way. All right? Glue it here. Ta-da! And now we're just gonna wrap. We're just gonna wrap. So I hope you guys can see that I'm just wrapping. And I'm not pulling it very tight, but I'm pulling it taut, if that makes any sense. And is it straight is another question. There we go. Yep. And every now and then, I'm going to stop and glue. That way it is anchored and it's stuck every now and then, right? And we're just going to do this all the way up. I'm just going to keep flipping it back and forth, making sure that it's straight. And every couple of passes, I'm going to stop and glue. All right? So let's glue here. And again, I'm not pulling it tight, I'm just pulling it taut. That way it still looks fluffy and you don't have a flat chick. You know what I mean? So did everybody have a great Sunday? I hope so. I'm going to glue this one more time here. I hope so. I had a good Sunday. Just going to take a minute, so let's give myself some yarn here. Give myself some yarn. This should be the easy part, really. You just don't want any of the board to show. And every couple times, just stop and glue a little bit. That way you're stuck there. And it's not going to come off or slide down or slide around. You kind of keep your pattern. That's what I'm doing. I get wild here and go a little faster, so that way we're not all night long wrapping this crazy board. Like this piece over here. And if we have some gray spaces showing, guess what? All we got to do is stick a piece of yarn in there. It's not like at the end of the world. But I was afraid if I didn't wrap it, then there would be nothing behind it and you would see nothing but, there wouldn't be anything to, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. I want it to be thick and that it wasn't, I didn't want it to be see-through. Okay, I'm going to give myself some more yarn. Okay. Moving through. Let's do this piece then because it just moved. I don't know why I'm singing everything, but I am. Okay. Making sure it's stuck. Just a flipping and a moving, flipping and a moving, flipping it over. I'm into wrapping stuff lately. Have y'all noticed I've wrapped a lot of boards lately with all kinds of stuff? Yarn, I've wrapped it with rope. I don't know what my problem is. Oh well, it just goes to show you the versatility and what you can and can't, what you can do with this if you just, let your imagination run wild. Okay, keep it going here. I'm going to remember to glue on this side because I haven't. I've always glued on that side, so let's glue here. Yeah, exactly. Whatever works. Whatever works. what you gotta do. Let's glue this again here. And we're almost there. We're not gonna wrap all the way to the top because there's no need to. It'd be a waste of our yarn. So, and I need another glue stick here. Give me some more slack. Oh, I got this yarn. I forgot to tell you guys that. I got this yarn at Walmart. It is from the Pioneer Woman, I think. Matter of fact, I didn't know she had yarn, but I was like, man, there's a chick if I've ever seen one. So, you could also use like the thick, I wanted a thick yellow loopy yarn, but I couldn't find loopy yarn to save my life. I don't know if after Christmas they were like, nobody wants this anymore, so we're not going to do it. I don't know what happened, but couldn't find it anywhere. There we go. That one didn't work. Let's try that again. I have a feeling that the further I get to the top, the more I'm going to have to glue, because it's going to, just putting a line of glue there. Hold it for a minute. Yeah, it's going to have to happen. The further you get to the top, the more you're going to have to glue. Oh well, that's okay. That's okay. And now you really don't have to glue a lot. You can just tack one little part down. Keep going. Okay. Gosh, there's nothing more boring than watching somebody put yarn on a board. Sorry, y'all. Somebody tell me a joke. Tell me something good. Somebody tell me something good that happened today. Or something good in your life. Make us smile. That I got it at Walmart, and I think she does. She has the Pioneer Woman. You know how she has those like classic colors? What do you call them? Not classic, but I guess they are called classic colors. Primary colors. Like, see how this yellow is a primary yellow? And she has like primary blue. I think she does have white. But I wanted the loopy yarn, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I was going to have to order it off Amazon. I thought about a boa, so if you guys get a yellow boa, this would work well too, you know, the yellow boa. Well, I got that one way off, didn't I? That's not where I want that blue. So a yellow boa, I think, would be really cute. But Amazon was going to ship it to me in 2 months. I was like, okay, Amazon, you know, I don't want you to kill nothing for me to have a boa. Thought all that stuff was fake. Hey, come on. All right, we're almost there, guys, because remember, the only thing we have showing is this, so we've got only this space to go. We're almost there. Get out of your head. Okay. All right, guys. And again, I'm gluing this part because we're getting to the top, and it'll lose its shape and slide up the oval if you don't glue a little more here. And I already see a spot where we're going to have to put some more. I kind of think it looks like a chick, huh? So when we take our OMG. Da, 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 da. What do you think? I think that's going to look just like a chick. Yay! All right, here we go. Let's keep going, Marianne. Don't stop. Don't stop. Get it, get it. All right, here we go. Almost there. I keep saying we're almost there, and then I stop and do something else. So, sorry, guys. Focus, Marianne, focus. And I have not even used a whole skein of yarn yet. Like this, I still have that much left. And I have done the head as well. So you get a bunch of it. I don't know how many yards, but there's a lot. Come on now. Come on, little chick, come together. I'm about done wrapping this yarn. About done wrapping this yarn. Okay, I need another glue stick. Let's see how much further we have to go. Let's put our head down and see what we've got after we glue this one last little strip here. Let's put our head down and see what we got. Ouch. All right, there we go. Stop at the back. It's always best to stop at the back. I have learned. Okay. Let us see what we have here. I'll keep that in the back. Okay, here's our head. So, if we put our head right here where it should go, what do we have to do left? OMG, we're good. We're going to wrap it one more time, and then we are done. Oh my gosh, look how cute that is. Okay. Yeah, we're going to wrap it one more time. I don't even know if that's straight, but that's what it's looking like so far, everybody. Ta-da. And then now, we just put our little head on here. And this might work out, guys. Maybe. Just maybe. I don't know, but it might. We're going to have to do... See? Here's my vision. I hope that you guys can see it. So let's wrap this one more time. And then we're going to start putting our thing on here because I've had you on here an hour now. So let's wrap this one more time and be done. Because the rest of it is covered by the head. So stop every now and then when you're wrapping and check, because we didn't have to go all the way to the top. And a good thing about this is you can also always go back and fill it in. It's not like it doesn't cover well. See? So you could stick a piece here or stick a piece there, or, you know, and nobody would ever know. All right, let me cut this little piece off right here. And if we need more, I just cut it off at the back. Here we are. There we go. All right, now, I turn it back around. Here's what we have so far. All we've done is just wrap it back and forth, wrap the board, no big deal. We are done with our yellow yarn. Okay, you put your yellow yarn up. Now, what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to work, starting from the outside, we're going to try to work our Dean Michael petals. And we're going to kind of go, we want it to look like an egg. So we're going to start with the outside, okay, and then work our way in. All right? So let me turn it around, facing me so I can see. So let's put some zip ties in here. And then we'll attach our feet and attach our wings, and we'll be good to go. All right, here we go. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do on the outside, okay? Outside of the board. I'm going to lay it down, and I'm just going to put it in here. And this is a Dean Michael petal. I got excited. Didn't even show you. All right, so here we go. There's our first one. Dean Michael petals. I'm sure you all have made them, but if you have not, what you need, let me go ahead and do that spiel. Got excited and didn't even say anything, but I think it's going to be cute. Anyway, here we go. Here's how you make this Dean Michael petal. What you need is you're going to need white poly burlap, okay, because this is our egg. You want to cut it in a 10 by 10 square, as you can see here, okay? Let me get it out of the, there you go. Have I got you pulled in again? 10 by 10 square, all right? 10 inches this way, 10 inches this way. You're going to fold it in a triangle, okay? Turn it over to where the curl side's up. Make sure that you have the factory edges, which are the edges that are sealed, on your left-hand side and down here on your right-hand side, okay? Make sure that it's that way or you're going to have different looking petals, all right? Pull the bottom to the top and make a triangle, all right? Now, for my Dean Michael petals, I kind of overlap my top with the bottom because my hand moves when I do it. To prevent that, put yourself a clip right here at the top, okay? I don't, because it doesn't really bother me that it moves. I just, put a little bit, I just overlap a little bit at the top, okay? Now you're going to turn your triangle this way. However, if you're right-handed, turn it this way because you're going to scrunch. Or if you're left-handed, you can turn it this way, scrunch that way. Scrunch with your left hand. See what I mean? So I turn it this way, and I put my hand right here, and then I pull up a middle, pinch in the middle, right down the middle here, okay? And then I scrunch on this side, 1, 2, and then I take my little end and just fold it in, and then I do the same on this side, 1, 2, and I just fold my little end in, okay? And then I have a Dean Michael petal. I pull it out. Ta-da! There you are. There's a really pretty Dean Michael petal. It's all, I wish you could see it. My light is too bright for you to see the white, but there you go. And you're going to take a rubber band. I don't have any rubber bands with me either, so let's just put it in the board. Here we go. I didn't put a zip tie in there. Marianne, what is wrong with you today? Okay, so we're going to zip tie this one right in here. You know what? Let's put a little zip tie on this so I can actually show you what we're doing. Normally you'd put a rubber band, but I don't know if I brought mine downstairs with me. I don't know how to run away. Okay. So we're going to just continue our pattern across. So put yourself a zip tie in here, and this time you're going to have to go through the cross stitch backing, which is fine. Okay. There you go. Come back up the second hole here. All right. And lay it down there. Try to make it line up with your other one, because this is the top of the cracked egg, right? Everybody see what I mean? Okay. We're just putting it in there. There we go. Okay. Now, for this one, our next one, I'm going to use my skinny zip ties. See how these are different? Maybe you can see. See how this one's a little skinnier than that one? I'm going to try and use my skinny zip ties for the cross stitch. And I'm just going to go in where I think it should be. I'm going to try and follow my line here. As a matter of fact, let's mark it. So here's our, should be on this line because it matches and it lands on this hole. See what I mean? There's our hole. So anywhere on this line is going to be fine. And I don't want too many. So I'm thinking maybe 2. I cut 30 of these, and I want to go at least 2 squares. Might have to do more since the Dean Michael petal's large. I'll lay my Dean Michael petal in here. And you're just going to have to gauge where you think it should go on your pattern. There we go. Let's do another one. I'll put one maybe about right here. Let's do one right in the center, actually. No, let's do one right here. Let's lay it down and let's look. Again, I didn't do this. We want that one to be in the center. So let's go over here and do this one. See what I mean? We want it to give the illusion of an egg. So if we did it like this, it's going to all look like it lays this way. And then we come back this way. That's not right. We want it to kind of look like this. See what I mean? So that it looks like an oval instead of, you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. So let's go over here and put this one here. We're going to put it on the outside of the board, just like we did the other. With a large zip tie. Okay. Put it in there. It's okay to angle it to the outside. We like that because this is supposed to be the cracked shell of the chicken. Thanks, Laura. Thanks. All right. Is that pretty even with the other one? Yes. Okay. Let's zip tie this puppy in here. All right. Now for the next one, we're going to try and put it in kind of the same spot as this one went. And I think that's going to work, but that one's a little taller than this one. Let's put this one in there. It looks better. All right, take your skinny zip tie, stick it on your line. Make sure that you got it the right way. Stick it on your line. And push it back up in there some way. At least go over two squares, or you're not going to get your petal in there. On the cross stitch, make sure you go 2 squares apart, and you have something to lay your petal in there. So then lay your Dean Michael in there. Make sure that it's the same. You don't want it sticking up further than any of the other ones. Scoot this one in a little bit. Oh, we forgot that one, didn't we? Got excited. Let's take this one out. I got excited, friends. We are almost done, I promise. This is not going to be a 12-hour project, but I like where that laid, so. Oh, all right. Let's put our tall one that I just threw over. Well, here. Why didn't anybody tell me I missed one? It's your project, Marianne. You're the crazy one, not us. All right, here we go. Let me put my zip tie in through the cross stick batch. That's going to take me a second because it's, come on. Bear with me, I'm just trying to thread the zip tie through here. There we go. I'm glad I noticed I missed that one before I got too far. I was like, why did that match? All right, here we are. There's that one in there. I promise you, this is not hard. It's really easy. It's just time-consuming, making the feet and the head. But hopefully it's going to be really cute when we're done. Hopefully. Any questions so far that I can answer for y'all? This was the good one. There we are. And it's definitely not going to take 25 of these petals. Gosh, I don't know what I was thinking. Or 30, I mean. Is that lined up? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. Now that we have our baseline, let's put our middle one in, and then we're just going to rock it out. Exact same thing going back and forth, right? No big deal. How y'all feel? Good? Questions, comments, concerns? Can you see me? Marianne, are you crazy? Are you even still with me? Are you even still there? Y'all like, oh God, I'll watch Marianne tomorrow. Wouldn't blame me if you did, promise. Wouldn't blame you if you did. Alright, let's see. I want one that is almost perfect. So that's what I'm doing. I'm looking for one that is almost perfect. There we go. Now let's lay this puppy right in here in the middle. All I'm doing, putting it in the middle. Now see what I mean by not going back and forth. Why you want to go from side to side and work your way into the middle. Because this, I'll turn it up to where you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. See how it looks like an egg now instead of, well, see how it looks like an egg and you get the illusion of the oval shape of an egg? That's why. Okay, so here we go. We're just going to follow our board. Okay, and I know you're going to say, Marianne, how are you going to do the bottom? I'm going to show you. Gonna show you when we get there, because I actually thought about that. So here we go. Let's put this one here. And again, stick with me another 15 minutes. We'll be done. All right. I'm going to rock these out now that we've figured it out. Put these in here like so. Put this one over here. So, I'm not going to worry about them fraying or how they look right now, because I know you all are like, please get this done. So, please, Marianne, come on. All right. Okay, let's go with, that one's a good middle one. Listen at me picking them out. All right, here's this one. I'm going to try and tilt this one up a little bit. This one is one of those I have to get through the cross stitch stuff, so poke it down in there. I hope I haven't missed anything y'all are saying. Why, thanks, Miss Ruth. I'm making a chicken and an egg. I hope you guys can make a chicken and an egg too, after I've figured it all out for everybody. It shouldn't be this hard, I promise. It's just that I've not done it, and we're figuring it out together tonight. So, promise you, it'll be easy when you do it. Because now you can learn from my mistakes and my like, oh no, don't do it that way. That one's a perfect middle one. So, picking and choosing my petals here. Okay, let's put this one here. Going down in the cross stitch mash here. Going back up through it. This is one of the ones. This is why I wanted to cut off as much as possible, because it's kind of hard to get this. This stuff is not the easiest stuff to work with when the zip ties. It comes with zip ties. So, okay. Just making sure everything lays okay. That one. All right. This time, I don't know. Like I said, I cut 30 of these. That's a perfect middle too. Here's a good one. Now, again, I think we're just going to do 2 this time. Because see, if we just do 2, it's going to lay like an egg, right? So let's just do 2 this time. And again, we're going to take our pink marker and we're going to follow the curve of our holes here. So see, I'm just going to make a straight line right across to our other hole. So from here, actually that might not be a straight line. Let's do this one. Let's go down a little bit. Make this straight line from our hole. See? Just making a mark from our hole across the cross stitch board so I know where to put my petal and where to put my zip ties. So going through here, I'm going to put one about right here, because we're going to do 2 in the middle here on this line. And again, make sure you skip at least 2 squares or your petal's not going to go in there. There we go. Let's put this one in here. There we are. Okay, and then let's scoot you over this way. I need another small one. Put this in about right here. Yep. Oh, Stella's found something. Okay. There we go. That's going to be as good as it gets. Marianne, stick it in there. change it later. All right, let's keep going. Here we go. We're almost there, guys. Almost there. Promise. I'm getting antsy myself. So here we are on the outside of the board again, right here. Grab us a big one. Well, doesn't really matter. We can use this one. Questions or anything, guys? Anybody have a question about what's going on so far, or what we're doing? Marianne, how much longer is this going to be? Alright, and we're going into our center here, so just threading our zip tie through. Threading our zip tie through. Okay, here we go. Actually, let's put this one over here first. Don't mess up our groove here. Way too big. I'll do it like that. It'll be fine. I can't get this one. Ah, there we go. I'm just going back to the second part of the board here. Alright, and I've got to go get some. I pushed my pedal so far up here. You know what, guys? It might take exactly 30. Got a few over here I still need to use. There we go. Getting there, getting there, getting there, friends. Getting there. Just pushing it down through the... This cross-stitch stuff, it's awesome, but here's the back. Oh, want to see the back? I'll show it again to you here in just a second as well, so you can tell what you're doing and what you ain't doing. If you need it, let me try and get this in here. There we go. I'm grunting like that hurts me. Like that hurts me. Okay. Now, we're only going to put one in the middle this time. And I think we're going to put it right on the very bottom. Let me put it there and see what happens. Yeah. Yeah. Ha-ha. Okay. And then we can lay one here and one here. Or, here's what my plan was. Put the one here and then put our feet. I think that's exactly what we're going to do. All right, so last petal, last one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on, not on the board, I'm putting it in our cross stitch stuff. And I'm putting this close to the bottom as I possibly can. So I'm going to try and put it like right here at the very bottom, right there. Okay, put it right there. I'm using a skinny little zip tie, and I'm going, I need to turn it the right way or it's not going to work, and I'm going to be mad. Then I'm going straight back up, a couple of squares over. I don't know what that word was I just said. Straight back, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? And we're going to pick a perfect, that looks great. So let's squish it up a little bit. Pick one that when you kind of put it in there, it looks good. Well, it's not really going to matter because this can kind of be squished anyway. All right. There, ladies and gentlemen, is our egg. And I hope our head is not too big. And we should have gone with a 8-inch head. There's our egg. So here's what we have. Ta-da! There is our egg. All right. Now, it's just a matter of putting stuff on. So let's see what happens when we put our feet on. Let's do our our feet next. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Miss Veronica. So we have our pipe cleaners here for our feet. And all I'm going to do is take the foot and stick it in the top holes here, okay? If you can stick it in somewhere else, that's fine. Doesn't really matter where you stick them in. I'm just telling you where I stick mine in. Because all we're doing is we're trying to cover the board, okay? That's what we're doing. We're trying to cover the board. We're trying to cover our work. And it looks like that's going to work. Okay, so let me lay the other one down here. We might need one more petal because you can see from the side here. Let's see. One sec. Let's get our other one in here. See what happens with it. Am I putting you upside? I'm putting you upside down. Lord of mercy. Okay. Can't put your feet upside down. Goodness gracious, little chick. Sorry. Sorry. Trying to hurry. All right, here we go. Here we go. Well, goodness gracious. You know what they say the hardest part of wreathing is putting your attachments on and your signs and stuff, and they ain't lying. They are not lying. It is the hardest part. Oh, no wonder that's got cross-stitch stuff in it, so let's just do this. I ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay. Get up here a little bit. I think we're going to need 2 more petals. What do you guys think? So I think we're going to need a petal, like 1 more row, but I will figure it out. Actually, I think you could get away with just 1 more right here. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. We're going to finish it right here tonight, and I will see if there's a difference, because I think I'm tightening these up here. I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. Just tightening it up, making sure they're even. Yeah, that's going to have to, you're going to have 1 more, I think. 1 more row of petals here. But I've had you on here forever and a day, so I know you don't want to watch me put another petal in. There we go. There's our feet. Actually, I think it might actually work pretty well. Scoot them around a little bit. Line them up a little bit. We can do that in just a second. And, well, it says I lost you. I don't know if that's the case or not. Did I lose you? Anyway, I just put the feet in. Y'all didn't miss anything. And now let's put the head on. So stick our head in here like it should be. Trying to get your hanging hole in there. There we are. Okay, I'm going to turn him over just a second so I can get this in here the way that it should be. Oh gosh. I've got a piece of yarn here. Alright, now, for the pretty part. For the pretty part, as you can see, we have a little bit left here. So now, this is my favorite part. This is what I've been waiting for. Hold on. All I'm going to do is I've stuck my head on here. And now, I'm just going to stick, I might even just glue a little bit, stick my little feather things up in here. I'll make them angle though a little bit. And, oh, I had that one angled. I'll put some more yarn in these little places here that we needed to. I know you guys want to go. So, there. There we go. Just bending the stuff here. I'm just sticking them in there for now. I don't know. But here we are. Oh, I forgot the little poof on his head. Let me get his little poof. And let me. I want to glue some more. The reason that I'm not gluing these in right now is because I can see the board right here, and I want to put a little more yarn there before I do. But here he is, so far. Let me get his little poof. He's got one little poof that we're missing, and here's how you do it. So these little things are like all picks. They're split into pieces, right? So here's one big piece, and here's another big piece, right? There's two on this. I'm going to take this shorter piece out, and as you can see, it's just on a little piece of nothing, right? So I am going to, now watch it not work since I said I'm going to do it. Well, it's not going to. Normally it will push up and make a little plume, but since that's not happening, what is going on with you? Why will it not push? Normally you can just push this little thing up and it makes a plume. Maybe I didn't cut off enough of it. It makes a little tiny, you can, yeah. All right, let's do this then. I'm going to cut it to make a little plume because I wanted it to go on the top of his head. And of course it's not going to do it right now because I want it to. Aha, now it will. So I just didn't get enough. But you see how you could push it? And it makes a little smaller plume. Let's see if this one will do it now. Yes. That's perfect. Okay, see? Now I'm just going to stick it on the top of his head right here. I can actually stick it in the foam board. Oh my gosh. I love it. I'm just sticking it a little further in the foam board. Okay, now that I've kept you on here 10 million years, I am going to pull you up and I'm going to show you what we got so far. And I will finish the feet because I think it needs to have a few more petals in there. And put some more yarn right here. Cover this up. And then glue in my leaves. That's all that's left to do. He is done. Done, done, done. So bear with me just a second. Let me pull you up. And I'll talk to you. One sec, guys. Where am I going to put him? Let's see. Let's put him right here for the time being. See? He might not. We'll put him right there for a sec. All right. Yay! Thank you guys so much for watching for so long. I appreciate that. This has been a long one. And you guys stuck right through. Here we go. I'm pulling up the camera. Da, 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 da. Can you see? Maybe a little bit like that. There we go. Yay! All right. Welcome back, everybody. Here's our chick. Maybe. Let's see. I'm hoping that here's our chick. I've got these things in here kind of lightly, so I didn't want to. What do y'all think? Can you see his little? And see, I'll need to put some more yarn right here because we should have gone at least one or two more times. And then his feet actually need, I don't know what you can tell from my light, but his feet actually probably need one more petal. I mean, maybe, maybe not, but what do you think? Do you like him? Can you even see that he has, maybe I need to put him out a little bit further. The little wings here, I'll have to play with those for a minute. See what we can do. Here, what do you think? What do you think? Like him? And look at his little plume at the top. Doo-doo-doo. What you guys think? Yes, no, maybe so. Marianne, you're crazy. I'll never do that. I'm kind of in love with him. I've worked on him so long that, hey, might as well be in love with him, right? Let's put him down for just a second. I'll take some pictures of him. Let's see what you guys are saying. Thanks, guys. I'm so glad you like him. And I promise it's not as hard as 2 hours. It's not. It's really easy. It's just I was trying to, figure it out for you tonight. So, make one. Make one. I think it's really cute. I might have to move his little arms a little bit, but, hey. Anyway, there you are. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this evening. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, I will get some pictures taken of him because I'm going to stay right here and finish him, I think, and fix the little crazy nuances that I have going on. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, just shoot me a message. I've had some issues with Messenger lately, so if I don't answer you within 48 hours, please shoot me another message. I promise you I will get back to you. I'm not mean and I do not ignore people. And I love to help the crafting community, so shoot me a message if you have a problem. I don't mind one bit. I will answer you. If I don't get to you in 48 hours, shoot me another one. Anyway, thank you, everyone. Yes, okay. I will upload the pattern for the feet, or just put it in a picture here so you guys can print it out or whatever. But thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to let y'all go since it's late, and I know a lot of us have to get to work tomorrow morning. So next week, we'll have our next edition of 2024's Made by Marianne, because we're loving lives in February. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you all for joining me. Tonight it was Made by Marianne. Tomorrow it might be made by you. Mwah. Good night, everybody. Thanks again. See you next time.